Hello, everybody. Welcome again to another live stream here on WooEnglish. As always, my name is Hamza, and I will be your host again on another topic. And today, we're going to talk about a very interesting figure that you guys liked on our channel, and that's none other than Princess Diana. I think a lot of you will be very familiar with who this lady is, but today we will try to learn more about her. So through this live stream, we are going to do a little listening of one of her or one of the chapters of her life in one of our videos that we shared previously on our channel. And after that, we will try to answer some basic questions from the chapter and about her life so that we can both get to know her more and know more information about her, and at the same time we will learn some language through her story. But first, please let me know, for those of you watching right now, if the sound is good, if the image is good, and don't forget to like, of course, because that's how you can help us. Since we are helping you learn English, that's how you can give back to the channel by simply clicking the like button. That will really help us because YouTube, when YouTube sees that a video is being liked, it shares the video with other people or it recommends it to other people and saying, hey, there is something very interesting about this video and we want you to go and watch it. All right, so I'm gonna wait for more people to join. Say hi if you are there. We're just like love to know who is there. Thank you so much for the sub, but unfortunately I cannot read. I think Korean. That's Korean graphs. I think so. I can't read that, but thank you so much for the support. Thank you. We really appreciate that. I'm still waiting for someone to pop in the chat and say hi, so that we can start our live stream. Who is here now? So can you please tell me where are you joining us from? Who is watching right now? Just say hi. I'm joining from, and then tell me where are you or where are you watching it from? For me, I am streaming from Morocco. All right, we have Maria right now. Hey, from what's that? uh, uh, can you explain to me what does that mean? I'm not sure. From BHMJ. All right, let me guess. Let me guess. Let me guess. I'm not sure. Can you tell us what is the exact name of the country or the place you're watching us from? But of course, welcome. I think this is the first time you are watching us, no? Or have you watched one of our videos before? I'm drinking coffee at night. I shouldn't, but here I am. All right. Don't forget to like, of course. Bello, is that Mina Great? I'm not sure. Where is that? Bello. All right. Let me check it. Let me check it. I'm very interested. Brazil. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Brazil. Say Brazil from the very beginning. You really confused me. You really got me. All right. Welcome. Is this your first time watching our live stream, or did you watch it before? So, just very quickly, this kind of live stream is where we go through one chapter from a video that we have previously shared on our channel. So the video that we are going to watch is about Princess Diana. We are going to try and learn some English from that video. So I hope you are ready. Let me very quickly find the exact spot. All right, we should start from here. Do you know anything about Princess Diana? Does anyone know this lady? Do you know this woman? Can you tell me in the chat what do you already know about her? I'm very interested first to know what you guys already know. So, Princess Diana, what do you know about the lady? What do you know about Princess Diana. I've shared, by the way, I've shared earlier a little quiz, a little question on the channel, and I really didn't check the answers, but I'm more intrigued to see your answers right here, so that I can interact with you. All right. So, what do you know about Princess Diana, who will be the topic of today's live stream? What do you already know about her? Do you know anything? Do you know where she is from? Let me just very quickly adjust the light on this ring light. All right. I think this is better. So, what do you know already about Princess Diana? I know she was a close friend of Michael Jackson. Pietro, first, thank you so much for joining and thank you for the interesting answer. And I totally agree with you. Actually, she once attended one of his concerts and he sang a song that was special for her. So that's exactly true. She was very close with Michael Jackson, Pietro. I know she died due to a sad accident in 1997. That's another true fact about Princess Diana. So I think Pietro have done his research. Great. Where are you joining us from, by the way, Pietro? And I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Where are you joining us from? You are sharing some very interesting facts about Princess Diana, will be the topic of today's live stream. So, for the rest of you guys, whatever you know about Princess Diana, share it with us in the comment section. I'm really interested to know what you guys already have in mind. All right. So, for example, our friend Pietro here, who is joining us from, he will tell us where he is joining us from, says that she was a close friend with Michael Jackson and that she died in 1997 in a car accident. Great. Yes, correct. I'm from Rome. All right. Wonderful. Great. So you have done your research. De Souza. All right. Let me see. She was beautiful and kind princess, and she had two sons. Amazing. Amazing. Yes, she was beautiful. She was kind princess, and that's actually the topic of this live stream. We will try to see how kind she was to people. All right. We'll try to see how kind she was to people. So stay tuned. All right, I think we should start. I think we should start. So I don't want to drag this for too long. So let me share with you our. All right. So Princess Diana, we will start with the first thing, which is a little quiz. Right, a quiz to see what do you already know about Princess Diana. The first question is, who was Princess Diana married to? Prince Charles, Prince Andrew, Prince Philip, or King Edward? Which of these was Princess Diana married to? Or why was she called a princess? Who was she married to? Who was Princess Diana married to? Was it Prince Charles, Prince Andrew, Prince Philip, or King Edward? Hello, Amin. Welcome. You are a little bit late, but we have just started. This is the first question I asked today. Amin, how are you doing? She was Prince Charles' wife. Great. All right. Let's check. Let's check. Yes, indeed. She was the wife of Prince Charles, who is, so this is Prince Charles. This is her with Prince Charles. And this is him now. He is the current king of the UK or of the United Kingdom. So she was his wife before, though they divorced actually later on, right? They divorced. So this is Prince Charles right now, very old and wrinkly and with white hair. How many children did Princess Diana have? I think someone already mentioned it before. She was also the symbol of the 80s fashion. I completely agree with you. She was very fashionable and she was widely loved by people. And that was amazing, to be honest. She was so kind and so spontaneous that she was really, really loved by people, by everybody in the UK and in the world. Amin says too, do you guys know the names of her kids? One of them is very famous right now, by the way. All right, too. See your tube. Hello, welcome. Where are you joining us from, man? I love the avatar. How many children? She had two sons, William and Henry. Not Henry, but Harry. Yeah, that was true again. All right, see, she had two. One of them is this one, Prince Harry, and he is very famous. He married Meghan Merkel, who is an actress, and also he left the palace. Like he abandoned his title. He is no longer a prince, right? And also William, who is this one. All right, great. Where was Princess Diana born? Again, for those of you who are just joining today, we are going through a live stream about Princess Diana. We are just having a little quiz to know how much you guys already know about her. And we are just having like some general information about her so that when we read the chapter, at least we have some idea about who the chapter is talking about, all right? So where was she born? Sandringham, England, Buckingham Palace, Althorp, England, or in London, England? It's memorable, the photo of her dancing with John Travolta in the White House. Let me check that. I've never seen that one. Diana and Travolta. I'm very intrigued by this. You seem to know a lot about her, man. Oh, John was all right. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, he really indeed danced with her. That's amazing. All right, let me see if I can share this picture with you. All right. Excuse my internet connection. All right. All right, this is the picture. That was amazing. Thank you, Pierre, for yeah. So she danced with him in the White House. Amazing. All right. She was born in Althorp, England. What were your answers? You seem sick, sir. God bless you. Thank you so much, Amin. But I'm not sick. I'm just not trying to shout because I'm not in my home. Used to be Google Drive. I've just shared the picture. I've just shared the picture. Here it is again. So Princess Diana dancing with John Travolta, who is an actor and a singer. I've never knew that he was a singer. All right. What was Princess Diana's former job? So before she became a princess, what was her job? So before she married Prince Charles, now King Charles, what was her job? Was she a fashion designer? Was she a teacher's assistant? Was she a secretary or a nurse? Look at her fashion style. She was very fashionable. Very beautiful photo. I've never seen it. Thanks to Pietro, now we know about this picture. I didn't know about it, to be honest. A. Amin says A. She was a fashion designer. All right. So for those of you, I see more people popping up right now. So right now we are having a live stream about Princess Diana. We are going to listen to one chapter from her life, and we are going then to discuss it. Pietro says she was a former teacher. So we are just having a general quiz just to see how much guys know about her already. I see more people popping up. All right, welcome, welcome. I'm very glad there are more people joining. So she was a teacher's assistant, and I think Pietro really you are really knowledgeable about her. That's amazing, man. You know a lot about her. All right, oopsie. Oh, the answer is already there, unfortunately. In which year did Princess Diana pass away? And the answer is right there in front of you. 1997. All right. Who was Princess Diana married to? We already answered this one. All right, we'll see some vocabulary right now. So before we go ahead and like learn or listen to the chapter that we are going to listen to today, I want to cover 4 words that you are going to hear during the chapter, right? And I wanted to understand them before we go ahead and listen to the chapter. Legacy, tragedy, charity, influence. 4 words, 4 simple words. I wanted to keep them in mind as we are listening to the chapter. So below you have 4 definitions, and I want you to tell me which word belongs to which definition, or which definition is for which word or which vocabulary item. You can just write for me one and write. She was a former teacher. Well, we saw when she died exactly. I mean, unfortunately, I forgot to animate that. In my opinion, and with sorrow, she died in the peak of her happiness. Yeah, in the peak meaning the top, peak. Great. We spell it like that, and I totally agree with you. And the world was really sad when she died, and that's something that maybe we will discuss later on. Amin says one is the. Amin is very fast in these kind of questions. He is very fast. So legacy, Amin says a deeply. Oh, D. Oh, I don't get it. Amin, legacy is D. Which one is D? Amin, 3 is C. So charity is an organizing. Okay, I agree with you on that. Legacy says Amin is D, meaning the last one. Is that what you mean? All right. So let me. The sentence 3 is word number C. I see. I mean, now I say. So charity is an organization. That's I understand. What about one is the? I mean, one meaning the capacity to have an effect. That's influence. Okay, I think that's it. All right. All right. Let me show you the words then. Pietro says legacy means something that lengths in time. All right. Let me go through the words and we can explain them. So the capacity to have an effect on the character or behavior of someone, meaning you can affect the behavior of someone. That's of course influence. All right. Influence. An influencer is someone who can affect other people. A long lasting impact of a person's life. That's legacy. So a legacy is whatever image someone leaves when they die. So when you die, what do people remember about you? That's your legacy. All right? Or legacy. So that's your legacy. So long lasting impact. It also means any material or financial things that you leave after you die, right? That's also your legacy. But it's also your kind of um, your image, basically, right? An organization set up to provide help to those in need. Of course, that's a charity. And finally, a deeply distressing or unfortunate event, something that happens that is very sad. That's something that we call tragic. So tragedy, right? For example, floods, right? Or the death of a lot of people or accidents. So anything that's especially something that he is not expecting, that is not expected. We were not waiting for it. So that's we call it a tragedy. So let's see if you guys understand these words. How are we going to do that? You are going to use them in the following 4 sentences. So I have for you 4 sentences and the 4 words that we have already explained. Tragedy, something very sad that can happen suddenly. Legacy, the image that someone leaves after they die. Influence, the effect that someone has on people. And finally, charity is an organization that is meant to help poor people or people in need. Let's see if you guys Try anything related to four. Answer great. Maria, you did a great job. Charity is doing something without being paid. Absolutely. But we can also say a charity is also an organization. So I can say I do charity, meaning I help people and I'm not expecting anything back. And also I can say I help some charities, meaning I help some organizations, some associations that they in turn help the poor. I mean, of course, very fast says number one, legacy, number two, tragedy, number three, charity and influence. Great. Something said we can use tragedy and charity and legacy and the influence too if we talk about Princess Diana. Exactly. If I want, I can try. Please do. You can write something about her using the four words. And this is basically it because we are learning these words because they are related to Princess Diana. We will see them in the chapter that we are going to read today, right? That's why we are discussing them right now. I want to make sure that when you hear them inside the chapter, you will understand them. All right. So number one, legacy. Diana's legacy as the people princess. So legacy here it means what do people think about her right now after she died? They think, meaning her legacy is that she is people's princess. Continues to inspire millions around the world. Her death was, of course, something very sad. Her death was very sad, so that's a tragedy. She supported, meaning, so when we support, mostly we support charities, charity organizations. And finally, Diana's sense of fashion. This is something that Pietro mentioned before, that she had a very unique sense of fashion. Had a major influence or impact or effect on global fashion. I hope you guys understand these four words because right now we are going to move on and start listening actually. So let's listen. And before we listen, I want to make sure to explain to you three very simple principles that we have when we are listening. First, listen carefully because when we are done listening, you are going to be asked some questions. Number two, if you don't understand the word during the listening, please make sure to tell me in the chat and I will pause the video and explain it to you. Finally, kindly like the video. That's number three. If you can like the video before we start listening, that will be amazing. So by liking the video, you are doing us a great favor because when you click the like button, the algorithm will recommend this video to other people. So other people can join the live stream, can benefit from what we are doing, can join our conversation, join the discussion. That will be a lot greater for both us and you. So kindly consider clicking the like button. Right now, we are going to move to the first listening. Well, it will be just one listening. So this will be the listening. So this is the listening. Let me know, of course, if everything is clear, the image is clear, the sound is clear. You will be listening and the screen will be showing the text so that you can follow. So without further ado, let's start. Let me just adjust my screen a little bit. All right, let me change this one and do this. So listen carefully, questions will follow. This is a threat. Where is it? Why isn't it showing yet? All right, listen carefully. Questions will follow. Let's start.
People's princess. Diana was more than a princess. She was a symbol of kindness and love. People around the world admired her. They saw her not just as a royal figure.
For people who have just joined, listen carefully because after you listen to this chapter, you will be asked some questions, right? So we are trying to work on your listening skills.
But as someone who cared deeply for others, Diana's warmth and compassion made her special. She had a unique way of connecting with people. It didn't matter if they were young or old, rich or poor. Diana made everyone feel important. Her smile lit up the room, and her touch brought comfort. She wasn't afraid to show her feelings. One of Diana's most famous qualities was her ability to help people feel seen. In hospitals, she would sit by patients' beds, holding their hands and listening to their stories. Many of these patients felt forgotten, but Diana made them feel valued. In 1987, Diana did something extraordinary. She visited a hospital where patients were being treated for AIDS. At that time, many people were scared of the disease. Some thought they could catch it just by touching someone with AIDS. Diana wanted to change this fear. During her visit, she sat beside a patient. She reached out and held his hand. Cameras captured the moment. It was powerful.
And this is, by the way, the kind of impact that we talked, or the kind of influence that we talked about in the beginning. So, AIDS was widely believed to be something that can travel just by air. Like, if someone has AIDS and you just had any contact with them, a lot of people believed in the past that you can retrieve or get AIDS just by that. But she managed to change that idea by going to patients who had AIDS and sit with them and talk to them and even touch them. So you can see how amazing her influence was. Thank you so much, Nasia. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Diana showed the world that kindness was stronger than fear. Her actions helped break the stigma around AIDS. Diana's courage inspired many.
Stigma is a wrong idea that we have about someone, right? So she changed, all right? So we have the word here. Her action helped break the stigma, meaning the wrong ideas about AIDS.
Stigma around AIDS. Diana's courage inspired many. She didn't stop at just one visit. She continued to support people with AIDS, raising awareness and funding for research. She used her fame to make a difference. But Diana's compassion didn't end there. She also cared deeply for children. She visited orphanages, schools, and shelters. In these places, she wasn't a royal figure. She was simply Diana. She knelt to the children's level, hugged them, and made them laugh. One little boy in an orphanage said, "She didn't just talk to us, she listened." That was Diana's gift. She listened with her whole heart. Diana also championed mental health. She spoke openly about her own struggles with bulimia and depression. At the time, few people talked about these issues. Diana's honesty helped others feel less alone. She encouraged them to seek help. Another important cause for Diana was the fight against landmines. These dangerous weapons left behind in war zones harmed innocent people, especially children. Diana wanted the world to see this problem. In 1997, she traveled to Angola, a country affected by landmines. She walked through a minefield wearing a protective vest and helmet. The image of Diana in the middle of the danger was unforgettable. She wasn't just raising awareness, she was showing courage. Diana's work with landmines led to real change. Her efforts helped push for an international treaty to ban landmines. This treaty saved countless lives. Diana's compassion reached every corner of the world. She visited
kind reminder that if you don't understand a word, you can ask about it in the chat, and I will be more than happy to answer it for you. And also, what did I want to ask also? Yeah, share with us your opinions like Pietro is doing here. So if you have any ideas, share them in the chat. Don't hesitate. Yeah, all right.
Visited leprosy patients in
I saw a word. Leprosy. Great. So leprosy, I mean, are those people with that you can see some like some marks on their skin? Let me show you an example. Leprosy. Thank you for asking about that because we want to go on while we understand everything, right? Um, I'm not sure if I can show this on this on screen. All right. Yeah. No, these are bad pictures. Sorry. I don't think I will be able to show this, but there are people with a skin disease. So leprosy is a skin disease. That's what you need to take with you, right? It's a skin disease because the images that I'm showing that I'm looking at right now, I can't show them on the live stream.
India, hugged children in hospitals in Africa, and spoke to grieving families in America. She didn't see borders or differences. To Diana, everyone was equal. Her love for people wasn't about duty. It came from her heart.
I guess that's it in French, but in Arabic, البرص, because I know Amin speaks Arabic.
She didn't just attend events or give speeches. She truly cared. This made her different from many other public figures. Even in her personal life, Diana showed kindness. She wrote letters to people who needed encouragement. She supported her staff when they were going through hard times. She treated everyone, no matter their status, with respect.
And you need to remember that with all this kindness that she had, she was part of the royal family, right? She was the wife of the Prince of UK. So even with all her status, she was very humble. She used to go to hospitals, visit people. She used to hold hands with people who had AIDS that other people did not dare to touch before. She used to go to children's hospital. She used to support people in poor countries. She used to go to people who worked very difficult jobs. So you can see the amount of kindness that she had in her heart.
Diana's warmth was especially clear when she was with her sons, William and Harry. She took them to visit shelters and hospitals, teaching them to care for others. "You must understand how lucky you are," she told them. "And you must always help those who are less fortunate." Her boys saw her kindness and were inspired by it. Today, both William and Harry continue their mother's work. They support causes like mental health and children's charities, carrying on Diana's legacy. The media often called Diana the People's Princess. This wasn't just because of her charity work, it was because of how she made people feel. She was approachable and real. Even when Diana was at grand events, she didn't act distant or formal. She took time to speak with the guests. She noticed the small things, someone's nervous smile, a quiet voice, and made people feel comfortable. But being the people's princess wasn't always easy. The constant attention from the press was exhausting. Photographers followed her everywhere.
That was the biggest problem. And I think that's the biggest problem with all famous people. It's the paparazzi. With Princess Diana, journalists, photographers were following her everywhere. So imagine you can't even enjoy some private time with yourself. So how bad is that like?
Diana sometimes felt overwhelmed, but she never let it stop her from helping others. In her later years, Diana found new ways to support causes she believed in. After her divorce from Charles, she continued her charity work as a private citizen. She didn't need a royal title to make an impact. In 1996, Diana auctioned off her dresses to raise money for charity. These were the dresses she had worn to important events. The auction raised millions of dollars. Diana said she wanted the money to help people in need. Her generosity touched hearts around the world. People admired her not just for what she did, but for who she was.
Overwhelming, or when you feel overwhelmed, you mean that it means that you have a lot of feelings. It's a lot of pressure, right? So, if when she was overwhelmed by the photographers, she felt that she was pressured by all the photographers that were following her. So, overwhelmed means you have a lot of things to deal with. And for her, it was the photographers. And I totally agree with Pietro. The royal family lost a great woman who was indeed loved by a lot of people, by millions around the world. And that's the discussion that we are going to have at the end of the live stream. So stay tuned and stay until the end of the live stream. We are going to have stand for frustrated, tired. It's exactly. So you are stressed, you are pressured by something, especially when you have a lot of tasks. For example, during the exam period in university, you will feel overwhelmed. You have a lot of tasks to do, you have a lot of revisions to do.
Diana's final months were some of the most active in her life. She visited Bosnia to meet with victims of landmines. She supported charities for the homeless, the sick, and the poor. She showed no signs of slowing down. Looking back, it's clear why Diana was loved by so many. She wasn't just a princess. She was a person who cared deeply for others. Her actions spoke louder than her words. Diana's life wasn't perfect, and she faced many challenges, but she used her fame to bring light to the darkest places. She showed the world that compassion could make a difference. Today, Diana's legacy lives on. Her work changed lives and inspired millions. She taught us all the power of kindness. Diana's journey as the people's princess wasn't just about charity. It was about love. It was about courage.
Sorry, I think I was muted when I was explaining that other word. So I said, what is the word that I was explaining? Yeah, her compassion. This is the word I was explaining. I said compassion is when you feel other people suffering. And the next word was Diana's legacy. So, legacy, we said before, is the image or the impact or what people remember about her. So, her legacy lives on, meaning the ideas that people had about her still live with it, with us right now. Like what she did, still what she left, the ideas, her deeds, her charity, still lives on until today.
Her work changed lives and inspired millions. She taught us all the power of kindness. Diana's journey as the people's princess wasn't just about charity. It was about love. It was about courage. It was about seeing the world's pain and choosing to help. Diana showed us what it means to care. Her story reminds us that even one person can change the world. Chapter 9: The Power of Kindness.
So I think we stop here because we only want to listen to one chapter, and that was the chapter. I chose the chapter that talked about uh, the impact that she had on the world. All right, that's the chapter that I want you guys to remember. However, if you want to listen to the full story of Princess Diana, Musa is here. Hello to you, man. Hello. If you want to listen to the full story, you will find it on our channel. It's 2 hours long, so you can enjoy the story of Princess Diana. Right now, we are going to move to the questions. So let's listen, followed by true or false. So let's see what are the questions that we have today. And of course, let's see if you guys were really, really listening. Okay, so number one, Princess Diana was married to Prince Philip. Is this true? Is this false? This was something mentioned in the chapter that we listened to. Is this true or is this false? True or false? T or F? So, true or false? What do you guys think? Do you remember anything? She was married to Prince Philip. Amin says that's true. Maria says that false. Pietro, of course. Another Diana famous photo was she was wearing a shield during a mine clutter. I'm gonna check that. True. I've heard, but I forgot. False. All right, true for Musa. Iman says false. Hello, Iman. Iman is here again. Thank you, Amin. Amin is welcoming Iman. Right. All right. That's false. I mean, she was married to Prince Charles. I showed you the pictures earlier. Diana was born in Althorpe, England. I'm going to skip this one actually because we already answered that one. Diana worked as a nurse before joining the royal family. She was married with Prince Charles, exactly. Iman says false. So what is true, Iman? What is true? What is the true answer? A teacher. Hmm. A female teacher. Do you guys agree with Iman? Iman says this is false. Amin also joins Iman and says it's false. Princess Diana worked as a nurse before joining the royal family, before marrying Prince Charles, before becoming Princess Diana, not just Diana. False, says Maria. Right, let's check. Let's check. Yes. She worked as a school assistant, not as a nurse. Nursery means preschool, before school. She was known as the people's princess. Was that really her nickname, or is this a false statement? What do you think? She was a former teacher, exactly. Why you said the female teacher? Because she was a female and a teacher. She was a former teacher. True, true. Okay. Because I mean, sometimes a teacher in English is unisexual, like we can say it to a man or a woman. So we can divide by saying male teacher, female teacher, or male nurse, female nurse. Okay, she was indeed known as people's princess. And that's something that set her apart from the royal family. The royal family, they acted like kings and queens and princesses. But for Princess Diana, she acted like a normal person. She acted like a very humble, kind person. Diana and Prince Charles got divorced in 1996. Wait, didn't they stay married? Yes, I think that statement is true. It is true. It is true. Diana and Prince Charles got divorced in 1996. Or did they remain married? Is this one true? Is it false? What do you guys think? And I want to remind you of this lovely picture that Pietro told us about, which is Princess Diana dancing with Travolta. I've never seen it before. She divorced or not? Okay, let's check. Amin says true. Finally surrenders. Okay, I don't remember, but let's say it's true. And it is true. She did not stay married to Prince Charles. So after having two kids with him, she divorced or they divorced in 1996. Diana's charitable work included campaigning against landmines. Is that true? Is that false? I think this is the picture that Pietro told us about. But let me see your answers first. 4K, hey! She was against landmines. Welcome, true. Okay, great. Yes, it was true. And this is the picture that Pietro told us about. So this is Princess Diana wearing that protective gear. We say protective gear in English. Protective gear is what you wear. Protective gear. So gear is like it is indeed true. Exactly. And you showed us this picture as well. You were very informative today, Pietro. I think you shared with us a lot of information. And by the way, I asked you to remind me to share a little or a sentence that you wrote, or a little, like a couple of sentences that you wrote before. Um, Let me see. All right, here it is, where you used the four words that we learned in the beginning. Lady Diana is a princess whose legacy lengths till today due to her influence, due her charitable activities, for example, in the fighting of landmines in Africa. Unfortunately, rival short due to a tragedy. Great. I love that. What is landmine? A landmine is a kind of bomb that they put in the ground, and when you step on it, it explodes. Let me show you a picture. Let me show you a picture. A landmine is a bomb that they put under the ground, and if you step on it, you will see it a lot in movies. When you step on it, it explodes or it detonates. That's the technical word, to detonate. It explodes. So she was fighting against that because a lot of people lost their legs, lost their hands, lost their lives on landmines. So these are left over from the time of war. So when the war is over, a lot of these landmines are left there, and a lot of civilians step on them and they explode. And that's a big problem, of course. Thank you. All right, sort of bullet vest. Yeah, thank you. She's wearing short vest indeed, as military wear. All right, wonderful, great. Thank you. I'm really like enjoying this. I like that you guys are following and enjoying it. MCQ, multiple choice questions. Let us see what we have here. What was one of Princess Diana's major contribution during her life? Founding a political party, advocating for environmental reforms, supporting AIDS and landmine charities, or launching a global fashion brand. See, all right, today we can have also Ermine. Yeah, even the sea, by the way. There are landmines left for ships. So you guys all say it's sea, and it is sea indeed. So we said a lot of people were afraid of people who had AIDS. But then came Princess Diana, and she went to a hospital where people with AIDS were, and she shook hands with them. That was shocking for people because they were saying, whoa, she will get AIDS because she shook hands with them. But that's not how AIDS is transmitted. All right. So she shook hands, and she encouraged people to be more accepting of people with AIDS. And of course, landmine, that's something that we talked about before. What was the major cause that Princess Diana supported? We already said landmine. Sorry, I'm gonna skip this one. What event led to Princess Diana's death? What event led to Princess Diana's death? Was it a car accident, a heart attack, cancer, or a plane crash? It is horrible. Died by landmine. Exactly. But what does landmine charity mean? A landmine charity, I mean, is a charity that you pay so that they can pay people and remove the landmines from the ground, especially in places where there are, because removing the old landmines from the ground is costly. It costs money. A car accident. Okay, you guys. Musa says a heart attack. No, no, no. She died by a car accident. Um, and it was a horrible car accident. It was a horrible car accident. Let me show you the aftermath. The aftermath means the result. This is the aftermath. So look at this. So that's her car after the accident. And this is also her car after the accident. So she died in a car accident. And she died in 1997, and she divorced the previous year. Hmm. Something suspicious. All right. This is the discussion that we are going to have. It's actually about her death. A lot of people say the royal family in England hated Princess Diana. And they said that her car accident, was actually planned. Do you believe in that or no? I'm not accusing anyone of anything. All right. I'm just asking a question. Do you think Diana's accident was a real accident? Or was there something suspicious there? Because she died the following year after divorcing Prince Charles. Hmm. So, what do you guys think? I don't think so. She died in the peak of her happiness, exactly. But the country must do it with with no money. But it still takes money. I mean, we cannot find the picture that show her dead. A lot of people believe that she is still alive. No, it was not an accident. You mean? Meaning that people, Pietro, do you mean that people still believe she is still alive? Oh, look at this. So this is like how much people loved her. Pietro mentioned before her funeral, and I want to show you a picture from her funeral because she was widely, widely, widely loved by people. So look how much flowers they left in front of her house. Wow, that's a lot of flowers. Let's have a look at her funeral. Her funeral. I don't seem to like find any pictures. but it was like a huge funeral because she was widely loved by people like from all over the world. So yeah, yeah. But yeah, you can see how much flowers people left in front of her door. So what do you think? Do you think that's a crazy idea or no? Wait. Let me say. No, I don't think it was premeditated. I like that. Premeditated meaning planned. Maybe. No, absolutely. What do you mean, Pietro? Was it an accident or was it premeditated, like Nasia said? I've heard that she was in a secret mission or visit and she had the accident in an underground. Exactly. It was under a tunnel. Unforgettable person proven by her funeral. I completely agree. I mean, I completely agree. Please put the Elton John photo showing he played the piano during the funeral. Sure, man, sure. Elton John. Thank you for. As I said, you seem to know a lot about that. Oh, cool. Let me just like pull up the picture. It seems that Elton Jones was her John was her friend because there are even pictures of him sitting beside. This is the picture you're talking about, Pietro. So he sung or he played the piano in her funeral. How lucky! Oh, she was dead. So let me just explain this conspiracy. So a lot of people say, well, the royal family hated her because she divorced Prince Charles and because she did a lot of things that the royal family did not like, and she took all the attention away from the royal family. So they had to, um yeah, they had to say goodbye to her. That's just a conspiracy. I'm not accusing anyone. Just saying. All right. So what was that? It was very fast live stream, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. And yeah, so leave for us in the comments of this live stream some suggestions of people that you would love for us to like tackle or talk about live. Also, don't forget to go and watch the entire video. So the entire video is 2 hours. You can plug the earphones in your ears, and you can like while you are driving, maybe don't well be careful while you are doing the chores around the house, while you are cleaning the dishes, while you are just sitting like chilling. You can listen to her story, learn some English, and learn some facts about People's Princess, right? People's Princess. She was the symbol of the 80s decade. I totally agree. I couldn't like express it more shortly, like more concisely. I totally agree with you, man. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for all the engagement, and I hope you liked the live stream. And see you on Friday. Take care of yourselves.